Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation, and our Paws on Netflix.
And today we're covering the new Spongebob spin-off movie, unfortunately, called Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie.
They didn't save it. This is one of the many spin-off movies to come from the Spongebob series. This one being a Sandy-focused one, and Bikini Bottom is being taken by the research lab that Sandy works for. And it's so dramatic and up to Sandy and SpongeBob to travel to Texas and save the city. Yes, that's literally, really.
Yes, that's the movie. But before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click occasionally some future podcasts and Little Paws videos.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, subscribing, and sharing. We appreciate you so much, our specials.
Yes, so...
Today we're going to torture you with this.
Yes, and we do mean torture. Because, really, no one's been looking forward to any of these spin-off movies and shows coming from SpongeBob. And everyone's pretty much stated their distaste for them doing this because Hillenburg didn't want it. But according to people that worked on these movies and spin-offs, they're saying he was okay with it, thinking there was nothing left to lose anyway. We don't believe it, but okay. This was one of the things we weren't really sure about. We were just wondering why give Sandy a movie. But we gave it a chance, and it was just as bad as everyone said.
So this movie was directed by Lisa Johnson, and the script was written by Kaz and Tom Stern. Story by Kaz.
Kaz? Who was Kaz?
Produced by Robert Engelman. It ran a very long, disturbing 82 minutes.
It's not even 90 minutes.
So there are so many things here that didn't work. So let's see what worked. Did the CGI animation work? Actually, no.
No, and it's weird because while we were sort of mixed on the Sponge on the Run movie, we at least said, hey, the animation actually looked really good. They tried a different style and it actually worked well for SpongeBob, even though we missed the 2D. Here it looks like they rushed this out. It doesn't even look like the animation for the CGI part was finished. They just hurried up and got it out. And originally, a little fun fact in case you somehow missed it, the whole movie was actually quote-unquote leaked online long before it came to Netflix. And when the people that did get to see it were already disliking it when they saw that. So it was no surprise that when it came to Netflix, it was met with even more negative reviews.
So they decided to combine CG animation with live action, what they've done before. But this time there was a lot more live action. You had guest stars Wanda Sykes, Johnny Knoxville, Craig Robinson, Gray DeLisle, Il Orlis, Maddie Cadrolopolo, and I'm not familiar with that person, so if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly, I'm sorry. And we thought that their contribution was going to work, but the characters and the situations were just mindless. Yeah. And I think that was the really big problem for this movie. For those of you who are wondering, we've watched SpongeBob. For me, the classic SpongeBob is the best, seasons 1 through 3. Some people like further on 5 and so on. They had some fun movies as well. But this just seemed absolutely positively mindless. Like, how stupid can we get? Was that stupid enough? No. Let's be even more stupider. And you know there's no such a word. It was like they wanted to see how far could they push the envelope with stupidity.
And no need for Patrick for it either.
And they pushed it hard, and it didn't work. And that is so true. Patrick and Squidward and anyone else besides Sandy was barely in the movie.
Yeah, they were taken away. Somehow Sandy's one of the only two that didn't get taken away. So everyone else was barely in the film until the end, which means all the voice actors didn't get paid as much either.
Now what's so funny is that they bragged that this movie debuted with 12.8 million views, and I think because of curiosity.
Yeah.
Over its premiere weekend, making Netflix's most watched title of the week. Well, that's not because people knew it was good. They wanted to see what was going to happen.
Right.
And I think we were really expecting them to give Sandy a real movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Where she could be herself, use her karate.
Right, well she didn't use one time in here.
And not speak nonsense like she tells SpongeBob he's speaking nonsense while she was speaking nonsense this time. You hope to see them travel. I hope to see Texas was more in the desert, but
it was a desert.
That's all it is. And
oh my gosh!
And where they had the cities placed on the map didn't even make sense. It was like watching The Simpsons and trying to figure out which Springfield they were in.
Right, and they're supposed to. The lab's supposed to be in Galveston, and according to this movie, they probably filmed somewhere else. Galveston had a huge water park next to the ocean. It was a desert. Then you get to a water park, and then the ocean next to the water park. It's like, what planet is this? They showed it in the beginning. First got there. After that, they just quit.
Okay, well then there was no.
I feel like this whole thing, the way they depict Texas, it's like it was written in the style of the episode called Texas from SpongeBob, and they're trying to tick Sandy off so they could get her to go somewhere. So they kept saying Texas is dumb jokes, and it's like, don't you dare take the name of Texas in vain. They don't know crap about Texas.
So the two good things about this movie are, one, the original voice actors voice their characters. That's one. And two, Tom Kenny. Those are the best things about this movie.
That's it.
There is nothing I can positively say about this movie.
That's it.
Nothing. And I'm sorry. Tsunami, Wanda Sykes' character, was just really, really
dumb. There's no way to put it.
It was like watching Full Metal Alchemist when suddenly the robot that looked like
Christopher Walken
came on. It was like, okay, so she's a robot from the neck down.
When did that happen?
All of a sudden, the skin pops off and you see she's robotic. It was just really dumb things were happening that didn't make any sense at all. This is one of the worst things that Nickelodeon has ever allowed the SpongeBob franchise to be attached to.
Right. And then the worst part is that, we're going to wait for them to release some concept art and stuff because we want to know the process of them making this movie, or they just come up with this in like an hour. There's little bits in there people pointed out that could have made a good movie.
True.
And like seeing Sandy's family finally for the first time, and it's sort of a letdown because they're in the circus for some reason. That's not what they kind of let on before, but whatever. I thought they were part of a rodeo, but whatever.
Yeah, that's all she said.
Yeah, the rodeo, but now they're the circus, and it's like, that doesn't line up, but whatever. And the idea of her saving everybody using her brain, or brawn, or both, with SpongeBob's help, sounds good. It didn't have to be a big old movie, and it was good that it wasn't a big old movie. But someone made some artwork, and it's not concept art, it's more fan art. They said, well, if the movie was actually good, they said, well, it was really good. You've seen all the stuff Sandy does in the show, like you said, karate and rodeo skills. If this was really Sandy Cheek's movie, what they had was like she took her rope and was pulling the city back down herself. Like if she saved the city on her own and beat up all the bad guys herself, right, that would have been a good movie. That's what should have been a Sandy Cheek's movie, showing Texas power.
Yeah, this
but we didn't
just
get that.
Weak, exactly. So I think my final comment is the critical response didn't get high ratings.
I bet not.
Rotten Tomatoes, when we really don't listen to. But I think this one reviewer, Barry Levitt of the Daily Beast, really summed it up. He says he largely disliked the film, citing its sideline and main characters, underdeveloped new characters, lackluster animation, and script. He said, quote, Sandy has always been a delightful, if underappreciated part of Bikini Bottom, but the movie fails to give her the spotlight she rightfully deserves. Its initial promise is washed out by cheap jokes, an uninspired plot, and off-putting animation. And I think that sums it up
perfectly.
I give this movie a big, fat F.
Yeah, there's nothing to redeem it. There's really nothing to redeem this movie.
Watch it or waste your time. And if you have already, our condolences.
She deserved better.
It's a waste of time and money. And the talent of the voice actors, definitely.
Yeah, and Sandy deserved way better than whatever this
And
was.
now we know she's never going to get it.
No.
So if you've seen Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie, very long, unnecessary title.
Right?
Let us know in the comments. And if you haven't, don't waste your time. Don't watch it. Watch older SpongeBob. Watch classic SpongeBob. Watch other movies. Don't waste your time on this. This is a dumpster fire.
Pretty much. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates of weekly videos for your anime series, anime shows, and all things animation, even the crappy ones.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us, for hearing about things we love and things that are just terrible like this one. We appreciate you more than you know. And as always,
You are special. Thank you so much for watching Rusk Entertainment.
and I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
I guess it's too late to give them these parachutes. And reporters sitting, flashing lights, trying to walk around, man. Who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Met her in my dreams. She was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket.